We lived on 3, I think, the Kingdoms, the Wesses, the Womats, and the Dewberries. Every so often, my daddy would stay there about 3 years, and then he'd go to another farm. Oh, we had plenty of food, any kind of meat. Because my daddy would kill 2 to 3 hogs a year. And you know, we had smokehouses. You would put that meat and stuff in the smokehouse, and it'd stay. You didn't have to freeze it or nothing. We had plenty of food. Food wasn't no problem in them days, because we raised our own food. Now, I was the most of the milker when I got big enough, because I love to get up early. I still get up. My wife gets on me now. My daddy used to tell her, and my grandmama, she said, milk the cow at 6 o'clock every morning and milk at 6 o'clock in the evening. And said if you do that, she would give more milk. And she did. I had her giving milk. Because I done it right. And she mostly raised us. And that wasn't nothing to play with. You didn't do nothing wrong. She was there to tell you whatever you need to do right. And it worked. It stuck with me.
Well, I knew him just barely at school, but really, see, my uncle and aunt, they lived on School Street at the time, and they ran and owned a cafe, which sold sandwiches, hot dogs, hamburgers, drinks, and all that. Well, on a Sunday, I normally go, my grandmother would let us go just for recreation, and she was my aunt running the cafe anyway. So he was there with one of his best friends, Claude. And I got ready to go back home. I had to be back home before the sun go down. That's what my grandmother would always tell me. You better be back before the sun go down. If I wasn't back, I was in bad trouble. So I got ready to walk home, and he wanted to walk me home. So that's how we started talking and whatever. Later on, we got engaged, we got married, had a child right quick, and so we have only one son now. And in those days, a lot of couples that we grew up with got married young too. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Few of them stayed together until death did them part.
I went to work when I was 15. Here's some white men here at work. I can't call their names now. I wish I'd have got up and got all of that. They helped us to get. He told me to go to Lockheed. I'll tell this everywhere I go, and I ain't gonna quit telling, because it's true. These white men back in there was good to us. They were good to us. And he got me that job at ARA Food Service. I can't think of his name. And I worked there 27 years. I started off as a dishwasher and all that, but then I got to be a second cook.
Well, first of all,
you got to be good.
You have to be a good and upright lady. You're in a certain standard then. So, and that means not good, but nobody's good. I say, but God. But they label us as good people, upright people, and you just have to live in a standard way that's pleasing to God, regardless. And I do communion, and I have taught Sunday school. I did that for several years when I was younger, and I was director over a choir when I was younger, sing in the choir. Don't do that anymore, but I still do the communion of the church. And I was raised in church. I would go every Sunday, and I live today majority of the best that I can. I'm not perfect, but I do the best that I can, and God knows me, knows my heart.
Acworth is one of the best cities, I think, in Georgia. You didn't have no this, no that. You would they'd speak to you, treat you nice. That was it.